Good evening and welcome to Wholesome Roots. Ryan's weird. Robert, you're impatiently waiting for us, eh? Eh? Sorry, my loud eh probably makes people's speakers go.
That's the one thing about the live show is like when you press start, it kind of feels weird saying good evening and welcome when, you know, there's only one person here and we're going to say hello to everybody when they come in. But I guess if somebody rewatches it, then that makes...
It says that there's 0 people watching. Does anybody see us? Because it says, and it's yellow, not green. Hello?
Does anybody see us?
If you see us, if the reception is good or bad, either or, let us know. So Robert from Daybird Aviaries is here. Shell Michelle, Valerie D, Debt Free Donna, Daybird Aviaries again. I see you. I see you. I see you. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Do you see me, Robert?
Oh. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
I like
Robert
the hat
likes
too.
the hat.
I like this hat too, obviously. I
That's his
wearing it.
His official Texas
Yep.
gear.
Yeah. I got it in Texas. My uncle bought this one for himself, and it was too big for his head. And I guess I have a bigger head, so he was like, "Well, you get to keep that one," because he had one too. So.
Teresa Johnson says thumbs up. Evening, y'all. Donna Must, hello. Althea Nichols, hello. Beautiful. Sandy Travels and Gardening Adventures, hello. Marwan Slim, hello, sweetheart. Oh, we like your glasses.
Yeah.
Yes, pizza face. Did you finish your pizza? No? We'll go finish it. Michelle Justice says, hi guys, happy weekend. Daybird Aviaries, you better don't see me. I just got out of the shower.
Put some clothes on. I'm sure he's dressed.
I'm sure. Robert seems like a pretty modest dude.
It's like some of you guys eat dinner while you watch us, right?
Ryan's gonna eat, you guys.
It's okay. If you don't mind.
Don't judge him for it. He's hungry. He's had a long day. They said check out those shades, Liam. He's run off already. So how is everybody tonight? I hope everybody is doing well. Squirt has a bad habit. Robert says hello to Squirt. Squirt has a bad habit that he picked up from his previous owner, my sister. And Robert, don't kill me for this. He loves pizza crust. It's his #1 favorite food. So anytime we eat pizza, he begs, hello. 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 He's waving too, Robert. I don't know if you can see that. He's waving his one talon. There you go. So he used to eat a lot of junk food, especially chips and stuff. So if he has a chip bag, he goes nuts too. So anyway, I know it's not the best healthy food for him, but he doesn't eat the best healthy food.
I think he's protesting. He wants
dinner. I don't give him. Oh, you're going to give him dog food.
I got to give him his dinner.
I don't give the dog people food because I don't want him to develop the habit that Squirt has of begging for it. So, Squirt is a beggar. Hi, Carrie. Thank you for my milk kefir grains. I really appreciate it. And hello, Trisha from Willow Creek. Uh-oh. Somebody's watching me on their device. Trisha says, hey, Squirt. Well, the bird has a lot to say. Hello, Food Forest Permaculture. How are you? I hope you're doing well. like to, I don't juice as much as you do, but I like to make smoothies with my veggies, and I make them with milk kefir, but I have been out of milk kefir grains for a while because I murdered my last ones by accident. So the funny thing is Willow Creek Homestead sent me a care package this week with some lovely homemade pickles and yarn and milk kefir grains, and then Carrie Hyatt also sent me milk kefir grains. So I've got them both in some fresh milk now, hoping that they will both recover from the shipping, and I will have lots of milk kefir for my smoothies. I have some frozen spinach and kale. I have some frozen ginger. So lots of good, yummy stuff to add to it. He does have an English accent. Not sure how or why. My sister rescued him from a bad situation. So he was being abused by the people that had him. And then she stole him, basically, and rescued him. And I think that family only had him for a short period of time as well. So we don't know what kind of a life he had before coming here. He's 38 years old, so he could have had any kind of life. We had a storm that bent over my little plot of corn. So is the life of a gardener. Oh, that always happens to me whenever my corn gets tall. My corn hasn't always grown well, but last year we had some great corn growing well, and the storm took out half of it with the wind. Yes, his hello, it has a British accent. Very much so. Thank you, Kiri. I really, really appreciate it. Hey, JD Allison, how are you? So glad you could make it. So now you have extra for the time you murder them. We'll see. They both were pretty liquidy in content when they arrived here, so I'm hoping that we'll have some living grains in there. Usually if there's just a little bit, even if there's just a flake the size of a grain of sand that has some grain still living on it, and usually it does, because people ship it at all times of year, so I mean I'm sure it's fine. That will start growing. And the way I do my kefir is I strain it through a very fine mesh, so it's it's likely that I'll catch anything that is still alive. I'm sorry, my brain's in Tahiti with Trisha's brain. They're having cocktails on a beach in Tahiti. How do you know how old he is? Is there a way to check that with the birds? I think they did at one point. He doesn't have papers. I'm not sure of his legal status, actually. He could have been an illegally caught one, or he could have been hand raised. I don't know. I'll have to ask my sister how much she knows about. She had a lot of his story verbally told to her. So she knew a lot of stuff about him, like, oh, you scared me. Oh, so, like, we know that he had a family once that he lived with that, when they had a baby, he started acting out, and he makes a baby crying sound. That's one of his sounds that he makes. And so they got rid of him because of the baby. And, you know, so there's little bits and pieces I know, but I don't know his whole...
I'm Rexy.
Okay, don't interrupt, sweetie. There's my dinosaur sons. Oh, you scared me. 38 is still young for a bird. Yes. He's a blue-fronted Amazon. Willow Creek, you count the rings on their beak. Oh, okay. Because I wanted to say that my sister had him vet checked, and that's when she was able to tell his age. Wait, he's pulling my chain. That was a complete total joke. That's Robert saying that. Count the rings on their beak.
You know, I almost made a tree joke about that. And
That had to have been a joke. Robert, are you pulling my chain, or is there some, like, actual lines? I don't see any lines on his beak. You tricked me. Or Trisha, you tricked Trisha, and I fell for it. Or is it true that they're saying just like a tree? No? Is it true?
I don't know.
Be sure to freeze grains once they are doing well. Great idea. Sandy's travel and gardening adventures. Boom! Rowan just snuck up on me.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's
I gotta run for dinner. I'll try to jump back on soon. Okay,
right.
Trisha.
Trisha's running and jumping over there. Have fun exercising.
Have fun eating your sand.
Right. Oh, did everybody have a good 4th? Or at least the weekend around it? Plans, anybody?
Some people did stuff to celebrate the 4th of July last weekend, and some people are doing it this weekend, and some people did it on the 4th, so it's not true. I'm being dumb. Oh, reason number 12 why Robert at Daybird Aviaries is a butt. I am getting my list compiled here. Puppies giving boys kisses. Don't want to show you all my mess, but hey, why not?
Hey. Don't spill his water by pushing that. I should take that water out. He's not drinking it.
Making chicken orzo and spinach soup for tomorrow. That sounds delicious.
Thanks, JD. I like the hat too.
So Ryan had a great 4th of July.
I did.
Tell everybody what you got to do.
Well, I literally got to go to Lukenbach, Texas with Willie and the boys. Well, not quite.
Live show.
I went to visit my uncle in Austin. And
All right, you can be Rex.
he's been asking me to come out for quite some time, and I haven't been since I was a child, so that was really long overdue. So I went to visit my uncle near Austin, and then he's got a place in Blanco, Texas, and that song with Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson came on the radio about Lukenbach, Texas, with Waylon and Willie and the boys, and I was like, I love this song, and he was like, well, we should go to Lukenbach, and so we did, because it turns out it was in close driving distance, so that was pretty fun. Blanco's it's in the hill country. It's I love the terrain out there. It's absolutely beautiful. And then we went to Willie Nelson's 4th of July picnic, so that was fun too. And then we came home, or I came home.
Guys, we have some new Kinder Eggs. They're Jurassic World. They're from Kroger, and this is a Triceratops and a Tyrannosaurus Rex, which we already got it, but it's lost.
That was good short description. Thank you.
That was like a little short commercial break. So, Curie, you live near Blanco.
Really?
Where at? I don't know the area too well, but we went to Fredericksburg, Lukenbach, Johnson City. Oh, 2 hours. Okay, we were not that far. I know odd soup in summer, but oddly kids ask for it. Go figure. I think it's good. You know, soup's good sometimes.
We do a lot of soup, summer or winter, because it's a good affordable meal. It's a good way to use up some chickens.
You might think at
Or
first,
roosters.
oh, I dread the thought of a hot soup, but then what comes down to it, and it's really good. So some people.
Potato soup sounds good. Did you have your hot dog soup, Daybird Aviaries? What do you put in your hot dog soup? We used to have hot dog soup when I lived in Arizona. My sister used to make it all the time, and it was so good. And I don't remember what she put in it, but I never made it myself, so it'd be interesting to hear your recipe, because that would be another affordable way for us to get good food in our belly. I'm sure the boys would like it. Hey, Deb, unloading groceries and watching between loads. Well, make sure you get the perishables in the fridge, and then you can sit down and relax. That's what I do. We just did a short grocery trip, got a few necessary items that we had run out of. My vet is in Fredericksburg, she
Okay.
says. Hey Ryan. Hey Rose's sis. Nice to see you. You just got here. Been a while. Where's Rose at? Is she okay? I think it's because my hair is down and not up in a ponytail on top of my head.
You're in a
And
different seat.
bandana. Or yeah,
The
because
seat?
we
I
switched
don't know.
seats. You're funny. Lady B, the Hopeful Homesteader. I'm late, but I'm here. Hello, everyone. Hello. How are you, my friend? I hope you're well.
90 minutes west of Fredericksburg, which
Out here is next door.
yeah, everything in Texas. Somebody said on the plane that everything's like 2 hours away from everything.
I love
So,
hummus.
yeah, that makes sense.
Daybird Aviaries hasn't made the hot dog soup yet, but he had hummus tonight.
Ooh.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Glenn or Maureen or both of you, whichever has said that. Did you have just hummus, or do you do like hummus and carrots, or hummus and pita bread, or different veggies, or crackers? How do you do your hummus night if you're doing it as a meal? Today is National Fried Chicken Day. No wonder why that
It was
fried chicken
smelling
smelled
so
so
good.
good. That our grocery store fries their own chicken, and I was like, But we always do our frozen $2.99 pizza on Friday night. So Popeyes, ooh, Popeyes has good chicken.
Yeah.
Be nice. I need to start doing my homemade pizza again. We used to do homemade pizza like all the time, and I just been lazy. I think the part of the problem is I have to remember the day before to make the dough so that I'll remember that so that it will have time to rise and everything. And if I don't, then I forget, and by the time I start thinking about it, it's already too late in the day, and I'm like, oh well, we'll have to just do frozen.
You know what? Maybe next week we should plan on that.
If you remind me
that sounds
on Wednesday or Thursday,
I love homemade pizza.
it's way better homemade, I think, especially the homemade crust.
Oh yeah.
Oh. And then everybody gets to put whatever toppings they want on it.
Okay, comments are starting to come in quicker than we're
Hummus
reading.
with cheese, crackers, veggies. Yum. That sounds good.
Grocery store is 60 miles from me in Kerrville. Wow, that's pretty far to go for a grocery store. Is it an H-E-B? Because I noticed that that's the thing over there in Texas. Is not Kroger like over here or Publix. It was H-E-B was the grocery store I kept hearing about.
Hey, Jatan, how are you? Hello, Suburban Hillbilly. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it.
Just,
Oh, thank you. It's been a bit of a roller coaster the last couple of days. Our little black kitty, Fatso, the kids named him. He had a grand mal seizure 3 days ago, and it was a long one. It was a bad one. I was on the phone with June Gall helping. She kind of is my seizure coach for animals, and she was kind of helping me through it, and what to watch out for, and what to do. And it was hard. So that was really difficult. And then the following 24 hours after that, we were hoping for things to get back to normal, and they didn't. So for those next 24 hours, I was nursing him, giving him his CBD as often as I could, to the point where he wasn't able to swallow, and his tongue was becoming paralyzed, or had become paralyzed. Maybe it had been all along and I just didn't notice it. And he was unable to swallow, unable to drink, unable to eat, unable to take his medicine. All right, baby, that's enough. And so I started doing the medicine rectally as advised, and it still wasn't improving his situation. So he went downhill pretty fast, and we lost him. So it's been a hard couple of days. Hello, Ugly Maid. So glad to have you. Sorry that I think this is your first time in here, or maybe not. I hope this isn't too grim of a topic for your first visit, and I hope you don't. Sorry about that. So yeah, my Great Dane isn't doing good either. He's losing function. She's losing functioning. She's 15 years old, and usually they only live 9 or 10 years old for Great Danes. So it's been hard on me watching her go downhill. She seems to have perked up again, and she's done this for a little while now, where she's like, she'll have a couple of days where we're like, oh no, we're gonna have to have her put down, and then she perks back up again, and she's acting normal again. Yeah, it's very rare for cats to have seizures. San Luis Homestead, it's extremely rare. He had his first one in January, and he's not even 2, or he's 2. He would have been 2 this year, I think. And that's pretty normal when they tend to set in. If they're going to be an epileptic cat, that's when it usually happens. So it was not enjoyable, but I was with him when he passed, and he knew he was loved, and I got to give him lots of kisses and hugs. So yeah. Hello, Daniel's Fresh Farm.
Hi, Daniel.
So is Heb like is it like a, oh, what is the one I had out in Arizona? Started with an A. There's so many different grocery stores across the country. It's weird.
I didn't get a chance to go in one, but my uncle said it's the thing. And when Harvey was wreaking havoc, they donated so much food and all this stuff. He was like, it's a really great store.
Hello, Terrace Path. Welcome. Yeah, I'm sorry you came in when we were just discussing. We had a loss in our little feline family yesterday. So no, I didn't cut it, Chaton. It's just in a braid, so you can't. It's probably blending in with my shirt. It's all there. First visit under a different name. Just made a channel so I can start doing my own videos. I originally showed up as Chris Black. Okay, hey. 2 girls in an acre homestead. Wow, that's old for a Dane. Yes, and he is. I mean, she is definitely showing her age. But oh, congratulations, wow. Glenn and Maureen. Oh, grandparents. Is it grandparents? I see that you put it in quotes. Does that mean that it's a puppy or kitten? Or is it an actual baby human? Yes, we have a Great Dane. She's not on the videos. She can't handle heat or cold. So because she's so old, she doesn't go outside very much. We walk her twice a day, of course, or 3 or 4 times a day. And so she doesn't do chores with us, I guess.
Yeah. I've taken her out. She loves other animals, genuinely.
Yeah, she goes out and visits with Khaleesi, right? I'll walk her out there. But it's hard for her to walk, so she doesn't want to walk. And she's very nervous about new things, so she kind of just stays in one spot and sleeps all day. Roxanne Arthur, thank you for that. I appreciate that very kind comment. Okay, Rowan has an announcement.
We have new baby quail.
We have new baby quail! Do you think that you are big enough that you could hold one in your hand like this so it can't hop out and bring it here? I don't want you to drop it. Hold it low to the ground so it can't fall. Albertsons. That's the grocery store I was talking about in Arizona, where I used to live. Ugly Maid, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm sorry that we were talking a little bit about death. We've had a lot of that this year, so it's kind of been a little bit of a topic in our household. Sorry about that. I try not to be a downer. Try to keep things positive.
Here it is.
But it's hard. Oh, sweet baby. All right, let Mama see it. Oh, oh. Why is it wet?
Yeah.
Did Liam go get one?
Liam got one. I knew that was going to happen.
Sit down. Sit down. Are you a Roo? Is that why you're standing up?
Thank you.
I'm afraid it's going to hop, so I'm not showing you the full. Aren't they cute? They're so tiny. They're so tiny. We love them. We are loving quail. We are loving having quail. All right. 2 hands.
Rowan, can you take this one back?
You got it? Don't hold it by its neck. Hold its feet. Support the feet and support the wings. There you go. Good boys. Careful.
Very careful.
Don't let him squeak out. Hold him to your face or your chest so that he can't sneak out. We had an 18-year-old lab that was like that. Good one day and down the next. So hard. So hard. So sorry about your kidney. Thank you, Michelle Justice. Yeah, it is hard because you don't know when it's time to intervene. When they perk back up, you're like, oh, well, maybe she's got another year to her. You know? So as long as she's not suffering too much. But I told Ryan, I said, if she goes down like that again, I think we're going to have to call it quits for her. And I just can't watch her suffer. I don't want to watch an animal hurt. And she is in pain. And I can see the pain when she has to go up and down the stairs to go outside. I was actually going to say you should move the wheelchair ramp over to her steps. Because it's gotten hard for her. How was your weather been? It's been hot. Hot and rainy. We've just hot rain, hot rain, hot rain. It's like every day. It's so hot during the day you can't do anything, and then it rains in the evening. And
Kiri would know. I actually brought some of our rain to Texas. It was all coming from the east. I got there kind of excited. Oh, it's not going to be muggy and rainy every day. It's just going to be that really dry, hot heat. I was looking forward to that, and then it actually rained. But that night, it cooled down into the 70s. It was really nice feeling, even though we were outside getting rained on. Not bad.
Kathy Schmidt finally made it here. I'm glad to have you.
HEB had stores back open within days of Harvey, privately owned. I used to go to church with Howard E. Butt Jr.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I kind of wish I did get a chance to see one, but maybe next time. I want to go back.
Actual grandparents. Beautiful baby boy, 8 pounds. A 4th of July, baby. That's wonderful news, Glenn and Maureen. I'm so happy for you. Does the little baby have a name yet? Are you able to share it, or is that private? I'm so excited. That's wonderful.
Hey, go, Liam. Don't find me.
I should do a video of pets of Wholesome Roots. Yeah, I should. I just, Can you go in the other room now? And be nice. No hitting.
I lowered it down.
No, you didn't lower your mouth down. I should do a video of pets of Wholesome Roots. Yeah, I don't do a lot of videos in the house. It's kind of my sore spot. You can't watch the TV right now. My house is kind of cluttered and messy most of the time, so I have to do a big cleanup if I'm going to do an indoor video. Or at least I feel like I have to. I don't know. Like if anybody's coming over or if I'm going to video inside, I'm going to be like stress cleaning for a whole day before I do it. So I don't tend to do too many of those.
And really all you guys are missing is, the dog and a couple cats, because you've seen the parrot.
Yeah.
So.
Can't believe your Dane is 15. That is amazing. Congratulations, Claire Marine, on the new grandson. Yay, baby quail. I'm a little behind in the comments, I guess. I am hatching some button quail right now. Yes, our quail came from Living Miracle Homestead. She sent us hatching quail eggs. So they're a mix of jumbo quail and regular Cotrunix quail. Hey, Mr. Rain, how are you? Good to have you. Glad you could join us. You need to order quail eggs.
New life on the homestead. Yep. There,
The babies.
There.
So, Robert, do you care what kind? Or you probably want, like, fancy? I could give you some eggs.
They
You
are.
just have to come here.
They are sweet.
They're so sweet. I love them. I really do. Yeah, they are little farmers in training. Liam makes it his priority to make sure that the chicks have food and water. If he sees them with any amount of need for food and water, he's always on top of it. He's been like that since he was 2. I just scrolled too far and lost where I was. Deb says, I'm trying to find a way to raise quail here. If I got my butt in gear and clean up my back porch, I would have room. You totally could. And you can do them indoors even. I mean, I think somebody on our Facebook group, Wholesome Roots Farmstead Friends, was showing a picture of a cage they were setting up. And it looked like something you would definitely be able to keep indoors if you had to.
Maybe you got a room in a garage or something.
She lives in an apartment, right? No, you have a garage because you just had your garage door fixed. Who am I talking to? I don't know who I'm talking to. I think I was thinking of Renate, but she's not in the chat right now. My good friends that I chat on Facebook Messenger with, I got them mixed up. Blue Sky Acres, hello everybody. I missed last few live videos. How's everybody doing? We're doing okay. We're doing okay. I would say we're doing great, but we lost a kitty yesterday, and that makes it hard to say we're feeling great. Raining here in rain country today, watering the garden automatically today. That's true. That's true. That's one way to look at it. Who's that cowboy there with you?
Where? Oh. Alright, where are we?
I'm trying to catch up by going a little faster. Hey, y'all from Boston, Mass. I'm leaving here tomorrow to go to my mother-in-law in South Carolina. Oh, very cool. I grew up in Massachusetts. I don't know if you knew that. His name is Sebastian. Oh, I love that. What a beautiful name. Oh, I can't wait to see pictures if you'll share them on your channel. Beautiful, beautiful. That's such a joy. Roxanne, Arthur, relax. We're family. True that. I know it shouldn't matter to anybody, and it won't matter to anybody else but me. Cindy here, she's snacking on black raspberries over vanilla ice cream right now. Not blackberries yet, but still really good. Yay! I wish I had black raspberries. That would be really nice. Vanessa Crabtree said, yes, finally made it to the live stream. I didn't even know you had cats until last week. Well, we had a cat that you met out in the yard.
Yeah, we have the one outside cat.
I thought I felt something crawling on me. Ryan just took a tick off my toe. I thought I felt it on my leg, and I flicked my leg, and then I felt something crawling on my other toe. Ticks. Gotta love it. Quail are definitely as easy as I say. I'm not even kidding. And, you know, Happy Homestead posted a video yesterday or the day before about the 10 reasons why they love quail. And one of the reasons that they said that I didn't even think about, I noticed it, but I never looked it up and found it out as a definitive fact until she said it. And that was that pound for pound, quail produce more meat and eggs for the pound of food that you feed them than chickens do.
That makes sense.
And I believe it because they hardly eat very much, it seems like. Like, there's always going to be food left in the bowl when I go to feed them again. And I'm always just like, you need to go put that in the toilet.
I guess.
Or light it on fire.
Protein.
No. I'll let you eat the soldier fly larva.
They eat me all the time. Why shouldn't I get revenge?
Yeah, that's why they got
Lots of traveling going on, it sounds like. Oops, I scrolled too far, but I'm not caught up still. Yes, Cindy, we still have our Dane. She was really doing poorly. She was losing her ability to use the bathroom and stuff. And she was in a lot of pain in her hips and wasn't standing on her back legs at all very well. And I thought, this is it. This is the end. And then she perked back up. And now she's not, she's holding her pee and her poo, and she's going out for that. And she's going up and down the steps. So, okay-ish. She's not okay. Like, she's not horrible, but when she has these bad days, I think she's not going to make it through the day. Like, I really do. Like, it's scary. And then she'll have this perk up where she's fine again. Not fine, but for as old as she is, fine. Hey, I just got here. I was going to be on time, and then the cat got into the bread, and I had to change the chicken water. Brown Cow Homestead says he loves the hat, Brian.
Thank you.
People are talking about their off-grid showers and getting showered on from the rain. Massachusetts, southeast coast of Massachusetts is where I'm from, right along the border of Rhode Island and on the coast. It was a little town called Westport. It's sandwiched between New Bedford and Fall River. They're a little bit bigger cities, but Westport's just this fisherman. It's a fisherman town. It's a dairy farmer town. It's just a really small little, quaint little community. It's really a really nice place to grow up. I have a bunch of wild black raspberry bushes around here. That's awesome. How easy is it to make goat milk yogurt? Pretty easy. The only downside to goat milk yogurt, I mean, it's the same as making any other yogurt. You just bring it up to heat, add your culture, and let it culture in a warm environment for 8 to 12 hours or however long you like to do it. The only thing about goat milk yogurt is it is runnier. It's not as thick, but you can strain it through a butter muslin like the next day to strain out some of the whey and make it a little bit thicker, but we always just treat it like a drink. We call it our yogurt drink and add some honey to it for the boys, and we love it. And the goats like it too. You should definitely try quail, you guys. I mean, absolutely. Mr. Rain, you guys would love them. You could build such a nice hutch for them. You're such a good handyman when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I mean, all I did was convert a baby crib, and it works great.
Wonderful quail brooder, or everything.
Sometime I'll get around to making a good lid for it, but not too worried.
Oh yeah, the lid is starting to warp a little from the humidity, huh? I am really behind on the chat. I'm sorry. I have a bottle of rubbing alcohol for ticks. Good idea.
I'm a tick magnet.
I didn't even go in the wilderness today. I walked from the car to the house from the grocery store.
The paddock earlier.
Yeah, but that was before my shower. Ugh, to think that it was on me all this time. Oh, it could have come in on the dog. Or it could have come in on you.
It probably came from me. I'm a tick magnet.
Infecting me with your tick. There's a good chance her joints are being affected by the humidity, possibly. We've started giving her CBD to help with that, so it helps with the pain a little bit, so that's good. 3-bedroom house with attached garage. It gets so hot in the garage, and my cats would not be nice neighbors. I'm not sure about the Moringa for the Great Dane. I know. I'm so sorry about that, Suburban Hillbilly. That's so hard. So, Michelle, you know Westport. It is a sweet little town. My sister has a rental cabin there now. That's where we stayed when we went to visit. And it was like, I felt like, why did I move away from here? And why don't I move back? But then I realized because of their winters. I've lived away from Massachusetts for far too long to ever move back. The cold is just too much for me. And I've gotten really used to Southern hospitality, where everybody's really polite and nice. And up in Massachusetts, it's a little different. It's a little harder to deal with. And now I understand what all the Southerners always say about me being curt and blunt and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not. But then, you know. Rocky Brook, hello, how are you? I haven't heard from you at all lately. I was actually meaning to send you a message. How are you? I hope everything is going okay. Goat milk does not have a gamey taste whatsoever. It's a very sweet, very creamy, nice milk.
Unless you
but
buy
you
it
have
from
to,
the store.
yeah, I was just going to say, you have to have it fresh from the farm. Do not try goat milk from the grocery store that's the Meyerberg or whatever. It tastes like buck.
Ultra, super, quadruple.
Yeah, it's
Super
ultra,
Mario Brother, pasteurized.
ultra pasteurized, and it tastes horrible because once you bring it up to heat, and that's why many goat cheeses have a goat ear flavor, is because when you bring it up to heat, sometimes that can accent the feed flavors. So hay-like flavors, what some people will compare it to.
It needed to be like that. I'm going to change the
Would you
veggies
calm down?
to
Do you
be-
see what the people are looking at?
No, not like that.
Well, then go to the
I
kitchen.
need to change it.
Oh, okay. Milford Court. I'm not familiar with that. Guys, be quiet. Rowan, if you're going to have a temper tantrum about your tablet, then your tablet's going to be put away.
No.
Then you need to understand that that's not how you act. Nice to see you, Glenna Marine. Have a good one. They probably already left. I need to scroll faster. All right, I'm going to try to scroll faster. So if I miss your comment and you really, really want me to read it out loud and answer it, please make it again. Yes, I have guineas for ticks. Ugly May, no it doesn't. I have goat's milk. Just tried it last year. Tastes like cow's milk, only a tiny bit sweeter. We had more ticks this year than last year.
My Jane.
You are making me feel like I have ticks from hubby.
Wait, we need space first.
We might be getting another Dane. Oh, how happy. That's wonderful. The baby crib hutch for your bird sounds cool. It works perfectly, Mr. Rain. My uncle swears by sulfur for the yard for ticks and fleas, but don't think you can have animals around it, so not much practical for farms. I used to laugh at snowbirds. Now that is my goal. Goat milk is delicious. Mr. Rain, wish we lived closer. I lived in New York for over 10 years. The northern East Coast is different culture. Nice, but blunt as anything. Rowan, go to your room.
No.
He asked me to type.
If you guys come to Florida, you have a place to stay for free. Your own 510 square foot home away from home, less than an hour from the beach. Hit me up. That would be lovely. What part of Florida? How far is it from here? I'm going to get the car now. Do you take dogs? Me and the puppy. Gonna head down. You got this, right, Ryan? You can handle the farm without us for a few days.
I've done it before a few times.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, because I just did it for you, so
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying.
Dada, how do I spell adventure?
I already did it.
No.
Sorry, the whiny boy behind me is distracting me, and now I have lost track of where I was in the comments. Carlos Richardson, have your goats ever get attacked from dogs?
Yes.
No, and I hope that never happens. I see horror stories in some of the groups I'm in about that. And part of the reason for the livestock guardian dogs is to protect them from coyotes and stray dogs. Those are the two biggest predator risks to our goats. So now the livestock guardian dogs are not in the same run as the goats yet, but that is our goal. We should probably start working on that a little bit more now that they're getting a little more mature. The puppy's starting to calm down. I mean, he's only 4 months old. I can't expect that much from him, but the older dog could definitely be calm enough to go in there. I mean, she's only a year too, but you know what I mean. DeSoto County, Florida. Okay. Goat cheese tastes like grass. Well, you know what's funny is if I make goat cheese with my older goat's milk, it has the goat cheese flavor that people always say tastes like grass or hay. But if I make it with my brand new fresh milk, I have a friend who hates goat cheese. She can't stand it. She won't eat it. But when I make it from the fresh milk, she gobbles it up. And she's like, this doesn't even taste like goat milk. And I'm like, because it's fresh. You know, it does have a difference.
Just try one more time.
Please read my comment out loud. Haha, Mr. Rain, I read it. Oh, you lost your butt from a dog attack. I am so sorry. Those are so difficult. We had a whole entire flock of chickens that we had raised that were lost to a dog attack. It was when they had just gone out on grass for the first time, and a neighborhood dog came through and just took them all out. Hello, Sweet Iris Farm. I'm glad you're here. Can't stand the southern heat either. He can be out in 95 degrees in full sun and working hard labor, and he's fine. I mean, he's soaking wet. He sweats like crazy.
I wear these type of shirts that dry really fast.
We have a winter here. We have a winter. We even had snow this year.
Occasionally.
2 of my does got some bad cuts, and 1 of them is pregnant. Oh, goodness. Give them lots of vitamin C to help with the healing. That really helps. Garlic, fresh garlic if you have it, to help fight off infection. Poor babies. Apple cider vinegar in their water, too. I just started making goat cheese last week. Actually made homemade pizza with it tonight. Yeah, that's what I was telling Ryan. I wanted to make the mozzarella again for the pizza, because everybody always eats my mozzarella in 2 days flat. That's it. It's gone. Groceries in and the perishables are in the fridge. Good job, Dad. I'm proud of you.
Dad.
All right.
Goat cheese. Oh,
You wait till later.
goat cheese with fig spread on a toasted peanut or flaxseed crackers. That sounds so good. A lady here makes and sells lavender goat cheese. That's interesting. I don't really
Would you want
prefer
to eat that?
lavender in food
Yeah, I don't either.
as much. I like it in so many other ways. I love lavender, but in food it kind of tastes weird to me. Dodging lightning and trying to take my dogs out. Be careful. Please be careful out there.
You don't want to mess with lightning.
Yeah, but if the dogs got to go out,
Yeah.
the dogs have to go out. I hope they're not scared by it. We're lucky. A lot of people have been posting about their dogs being frightened of the fireworks and thunder and stuff, and we've never had a dog scared of that. I think it's because Ryan shoots his gun, like, on a regular enough basis that they hear it, you know, that they know that it's not something to be afraid of, I guess. Or maybe we just have been lucky. We've had too much 90+ humidity up here and so much rain, the mosquito population exploded. Oh, that's the worst. My daughter gets eaten alive by mosquitoes. I don't understand it, because I'll be standing right next to her and there won't be any. Flies have been horrible this year. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. I'm so grateful for the soldier flies that we have, because the soldier fly larva will eat fly larvae. So when they do make a nest in an area on the farm that most things make nests in, the soldier fly larvae are also attracted to the same areas and will outcompete them. So it could be much worse if we didn't have so many soldier flies. Yes, you should totally do that. Rain Country wants to figure out how to make rennet from nettle.
I've heard about that.
For now, I just use homemade vinegar for making cheese. Yeah. Yep. That works too. But the rennet would be nice so that you could do the mozzarella type cheeses and stuff. There's a lot of opportunities that are opened up by that. But there's, are you guys vegetarian? I think they have a vegetarian. I know that you want to make it just so that you can make it and be more sustainable, but just, I want to say that my mom sent me a link to artichoke, rennet derived from artichoke, or that there was some substance in artichokes that were able to produce the same effects that rennet does. So that might be something to look into as well. I might be thinking of the wrong plant. I know it wasn't nettle. I know it was something else, like a vegetable of some sort.
It sounds familiar to me too.
The goat's cheese in the stores tastes fucky. Yeah. Store-bought goat cheese is not nearly as good as homemade. My Dane was a Scooby-Doo when it came to things like thunder and fireworks. Sorry, I'm scrolling, Ryan. That's me, the mosquito magnet. The gunfire helps a lot with desensitization. That's one of the things they recommend for helping with desensitization, training your dog so that they don't panic. Good to know, Chelsea.
It's like bomb-proofing your horse. You gotta.
Chelsea's full of useless information. I mean, useful information. Love you, girl. Fire ants, love you. Oh, they find me in the garden when I'm pulling weeds. I will all of a sudden be like, ah! They'll be all over a foot or a hand or whatever. My dog has been freaked out all day. I even got freaked out by the close bolt when I was headed back to the house. Oh, that's scary. Be careful. I feel bad for my mama duck that is currently laying on a nest, and the flies just surround her. Oh.
Does she try to eat any of those flies? Because I remember when our ducks were ducklings, I could remember watching them like snapping at the flies, trying to eat them. So they might be a quick snack for her. Is this not a kid's vitamin?
Homemade is better all around.
Yeah.
It always is.
Yeah.
Fresh goat milk ice cream is the best. I have to have that again. I haven't made it myself, but my friend made it, and it was so good. So I need to do that. What to give your goats to get more milk? More alfalfa. Alfalfa protein in the whole in most ways.
That's not vitamin. That's fish oil.
Can kids have fish oil?
Liam wants a fish oil. Well, I had a psychology teacher that was stressing the importance of starting to take fish oil while you're young. So I don't know how young he meant. Probably not that young.
Well, there's no age restriction.
Yeah, I don't think it would hurt. But.
Oh wait, gotta peel away my clearance sticker off of it so I can read the whole instructions.
Yeah,
she does try to eat.
Oh,
it's non-GMO. That's good to know.
I wish I knew what the other rennet thing was, because at the cheese creamery where I used to work, the sheep farm, we talked about that kind of.
Cardoon.
Was that it?
Maybe that's why, because you guys have cardoon planted out front, and that's why I said artichoke.
That is it. That's exactly it. So yeah, because that was one of the interesting things about the cardoon. Well, aside from it being a relative to artichoke, you can make the rennet out of it. That's what it is. I remember now. Glad I brought that up, because now we know.
Well, I'm glad you got in before it started raining. I know you need the rain, though. Who gives more milk out of all your does? Great question. Sister Ed. Well, Sister Ray and Kitty.
Kitty was.
Kitty, the last 3 days, has been producing more than Sister Ray, but typically it's Sister Ray.
Yeah, I think it was Kitty today for sure.
Was it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kitty's doling is getting more mature where she's not nursing as much, so there's more for us to get out in the morning. We haven't even been separating our goats from their kids, so we've been really fortunate to have plenty of milk for the kids to stay with mom 24/7. All right, I'm giving you one. Got it? Don't drop it. Here's your non-GMO gummy. I got some vitamins today to try to help with whatever this health issue I'm having. No, you can't have more.
Only one.
Nope. So I got the fish oil gummies because they were on clearance. Oh, that's just lovely. I can taste the fish. I really can. You want fruit snack?
Yeah.
Did you finish your pizza?
I didn't get that.
That's because I wasn't talking to you, Alexa.
Did you guys hear our Echo Dot?
Yeah.
All right. So
She's
my
at Amazon.
Kitty wouldn't walk in puddles, but I got her over both things. It took a long time.
You bubble.
Part-time permies. You familiar with SS? Oh, you're not asking. You're asking part-time permies. That's why I was running back to the house, and it just started raining. Then a strike a few seconds after I was back in the house. It started raining cats and dogs. Wow. Okay, and then who gives more milk? We already answered that. Getting my first doelings in the spring. Can't wait. You mean like way off in next spring, or are you in the southern hemisphere where the seasons are different? I do have a winter sweater for her. Alright. Katie Black Market Marble. Hey guys, glad I finally caught you.
Hey, how
Welcome.
are you?
Welcome to the show.
I'm glad you caught us live. What kind of goats are you getting, Tara's Path? I forget. Is it Nigerian Dwarf? Paradigm Permies. John from Jane. Yeah. So much milk, but it's ridiculous. I've been making so much cheese. Yeah, we've got too much milk. We were hoping to have more milk customers this year, but I got really lazy in the marketing and stuff. So it's been a hard year for me. You know, I got a Facebook memory that popped up today that it was a year ago today that we lost Spice. Spice was ground zero. Patient A, patient 1 was our first loss with the whole goat saga that we went through this year, whatever. I guess it was last summer. Feels like it's been 2 years, but from the time that we lost her till yesterday, we've lost a total of 17 animals. Not all goats, not all dogs, not all cats, but we had a lot of losses this year. It's just been hell, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know my live stream is mostly people who are watching us all the time and know that. So it's been hard, and I think it's really affected my health. I think my adrenals are shot. I think I'm just toast. We're toast.
We've had a lot of gain too.
We have.
A lot of new life. So.
We have. But I mean, from a year ago today, we've lost 5 goats, 10 chickens, a dog, and a cat. those are some pretty heavy losses. There's some pretty hard losses. We were really close to a lot of those animals, really close, and we're about to lose our other dog. So it's just been hard. It's just been hard, and I cut myself some slack. I know that I need to heal. I know I do. So I'm just going to try to keep my herd at the level it's at and better. You know, sell a couple of the Alpines, try to do some improvements, and we will get there. We will get there. We just have to take it one day at a time and keep our faith. So, sorry, I missed something. Have you guys thought about getting a collection tank for semen yet? No, not really. That really hasn't been in my realm of expertise or knowledge yet. So I guess because I don't know a lot about it, it's not something that I've really aimed for. I'd like to get a milk machine before I get a semen machine.
Yeah, I don't think
semen storage tank is like a freeze dry. They do straws of semen. You can get bucks from anywhere in the country sent to you. It's amazing.
I wouldn't want to be.
Genetic wise, it's amazing. And just doing artificial insemination, and you know when the dough's in heat, you're good to go. It's a great idea in theory.
Doesn't sound.
That was awful harsh when you guys lost all those goats. It makes my heart hurt all over again. No shame in taking the time you need to recover. It's not laziness, it's self-care. You're only human. Hey, you guys have a lot of followers. You're a blast. Thank you. We do feel very, very blessed. We do. A year already since you lost Spice. Yeah, you know what's funny though? To me, it felt like 2 years ago. It felt like the longest year of my life because we kept losing animals. You know, it's just hard. Hey everybody, Living Miracle Homestead is in the house. That is the lovely people that contributed our quail eggs. Go check out their channel and give them a follow to learn about some awesome Florida tropical fruit that makes me salivate and be awfully jealous. I'm gonna go and steal all her lychee.
Wow, we're
Who has over 2 million subscribers? What? What did I miss?
They're talking about another channel. They're talking about tips on how to make videos. I saw.
I'm sorry. When I see people talking to each other, I kind of like try to.
Yeah, well, I was eavesdropping. Well, reading, but I said something about
Gotcha.
not liking not wanting to watch Justin Rhodes anymore.
Who said they didn't want to watch Justin Rhodes? And why? I'm curious.
It said got a GoPro. I got tired of watching Justin Rhodes. I was like,
milk machine would save you so much time. I wonder. Sometimes I wonder if it would save me so much time or if it would not save me so much time because of the fact that you have to clean it all every day and sanitize it all. Does that really gonna save me time? It might save me time down in the barn, but then once I get back up here, I'd have a lot more cleanup. But maybe not. You're an empath, Rose. It can be torture, but it's a gift too. Oh, you're so true, Terrace Path. I mean, there couldn't be anything truer than what you just said. It is a gift in so many ways, but it is such a horrible thing. Such a horrible thing.
Wow, we're over an hour.
Suburban Hillbilly asked, what is the resolution to last year? We actually never had a resolution. All of our feed checked out okay. Everything checked out okay. We had 2 necropsy performed. They never found anything wrong with our goats. The best guess that we have is that somewhere on the property, whether in their stalls, you gotta get down and I'll give it to you, okay? I'll give it to you if you get down. Here, just give it to him. He's not gonna drink it all. I'll finish it after he puts it down. somewhere on our property they were getting into something toxic, most likely a mold or a fungus. We have not pinned it down. I stopped feeding chaff hay with the suspicion that maybe there was something in the chaff hay, because chaff hay is a fermented feed, and I don't know, it just seemed like when you get those white chunks in the chaff hay, for those of you that use that, they always said that that was just yeast and it was safe, and I just didn't feel like it was. And so I don't know, it's debatable. We still don't know, and we probably never will. No, what actually for sure was the issue. I will for sure need some elderberry clippings. You guys think you will sell some this fall? Absolutely. We will be selling them again in the fall. We've had a lot of people request elderberry cuttings. So it's definitely going to be a fall offering. It was really easy to take the cuttings, and the hardest part was getting to the post office. I'm bad about that. Okay, the photography channel, Peter McKinnon. I'll have to check that out. Friends, I have to go feed my baby birds. Good night, everyone. Good night, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Who has the best milk lines out of the does and the bucks? Well, that's hard to say, Carlos, because some of them on paper in their registration are supposed to be the higher milk lines, but Sister Ray's did not come. You have a dirty face. Go wash it.
Over there.
No.
You can't have anything on Mama's desk. So anyway, sorry. I guess it's after 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Can you take him to the bathroom?
Well, you want to say bye first, or you want me to? Here, go. Come here.
You can't have a granola bar. Those are Mama's. Who has the best milk lines out of the does? Yeah, like I said, it's hard to tell. Don't forget to thumbs up, everybody. Oh, you know what? I might have checked that out, Part-Time Permies. I bought a machine last year, and I have used it for 6 months. Unless I have more than 5 dozen milk, then it's not worth it. I'm a really fast milker, as you are, and I think you would be kicking it. Well, Katie, next spring, I'm hoping to have double the amount in milk. So that's when I'm really going to be wanting it. So I guess when I get my tax returns, I can get it then. Tax returns are we try to use for farm improvements, for ways to improve our life, to make money in the future. So it is hopefully a goal that we will get to at some point. We are not there yet, and every year seems like something happens that holds us back another year. But we're building a great herd in the meantime, and you know what? We got a lot of yearlings out there, and we got a lot of doelings that are even younger than yearlings that are really looking like they're going to be great milk producers just by looking at their mothers and their dads' genetics, and it is so nice. So nice to see that our herd is improving. And that's what, you know, some people have said, well, why don't you sell your goats because you're having such a hard time financially? Well, you know, those goats are going to be what makes us money in the future. And there's a couple of goats I want to sell. The 2 boys are going. The 2 bucklings, Curry and Perky. And they're going to go. In fact, I need to band them soon. I don't usually like to band. I like to band as late as possible to keep from encouraging the urinary cocci to develop. But they're already getting a little bit interested in the doe and heat right now. And I was like, you guys are too young for that. So we're gonna have to do something about it. Yes, Sister Ray is gorgeous. And you know, I can't find out which herd she came from. She came from a herd that had all registered stock from a beautiful, beautiful herd somewhere in Georgia. And the girl who bought her cannot for the life of her remember where it was, who the lady's name was that she bought it off of, what the herd name, what the farm name. Nothing. And so I'm like, I've got to find. I can't. She won't let me look at her ears. I was gonna try to see if I could see the tattoos, to see if she had tattoos. She was sold to her as a pet goat, so she wasn't asking for the paperwork for her. So she didn't care about that. So she very well could be registered, and if not, she's registerable for sure, because she came from a very fine goat herd. And you can tell by looking at that long body. And she has that deep chest, and she's got that udder. Her udder is just, it's got so much depth. It's like, and she, with her baby on her, without separating at all, she gives me over half a gallon per milking. I only milk once a day. She very well, and that's without trying to make her milk more. Like, I haven't tried to encourage her milk production to improve. If I did, which next year is the huge plan, that next year will be when I push my does for their full potential and see what I've actually got on my hands. Then it'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
So, hey, all 31 of you watching, if you could take the time to go ahead and click that like button. If you haven't already, I can't see how many likes we have. So, I mean, there's probably like, everybody's probably already done it, but just in case. Just a shameless plug right there.
Katie, yeah, I need to look more into how to do that. I don't know the process for getting a doe registered by grade. I've heard of it. I just don't know the steps to go through. So I probably should do some more research on that. I was trying to do more research on where did she come from, to get her registered. But now that you're saying that, you're right. If I can't find out if it's this much of a goose chase. Goose chase? Is that the right word? My brain's in Tahiti with Trisha's. She's back. Yeah, we're about to leave, Trisha. Something like a milk machine will become necessary as you get older, like me. There's no way I could milk more than one goat daily with my stiff hands. Well, I've got carpal tunnel. It is hard. And the fact that Ryan milks twice a week is what helps me. Yes, her condition has maintained well. She, like all my other goats, look skinny when they're in milk. And she's just like nice and plump. Very nice coat. I did start to notice some coppering color. I think she needs a copper bolus. I think everybody does, though. So when we do hooves tomorrow, let's do copper too. It's time for everybody to get their copper bolus and get their hooves trimmed. Oh, everybody, thank you so much for everything. Everybody give the thumbs up. 32 watching, only 28 likes. Let's get a couple more up. All right. Oh, we're getting there. Thank you, everybody. It's super easy. You can do it, girl. Step by step on AGA website. I will have to check that out. Oh, you guys are wonderful. It hurts. My hands hurt. I mean, I don't know. Some days are better than others. If I get into the right rhythm, I can handle it. But if my wrist is at the right angle, at just the wrong angle, even a little bit during my milking, I start cramping up. And so I have to realign my wrist and pay attention to how I'm holding the teat so that it doesn't start cramping up on me. Take B6 for carpal tunnel. Cured me. I just got a B complex. I'll have to see if it's got the B6 in it. So I'm going to start taking B6, D3, not B6, B complex, D3, magnesium, and fish oil. So I'm hoping that helps some of the issues I've been having with my everything. I'm not even going to go into that. I've had a lot of not fun feeling. But definitely, I think there's definitely some adrenal fatigue and maybe some hypothyroidism or something. Who knows? When you don't have health insurance and you don't have the money to go to a doctor, you just try to do your best. And that's what we're going to do. Night, everyone. Everyone have a beautiful weekend. Milking with a bee stung hand was super fun today. Oh, Trisha, I bet.
Yeah,
B complex should have B6 in it.
Trisha, when I worked on the sheep farm and I got stung and my hand swelled up like a balloon, I had to milk 200 sheep.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Patrice's project, I'm glad you enjoyed the live stream. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Have a great weekend. Take extra B6. Night, Pat Booty. I didn't see you in there. I'm sorry if I missed you if you spoke up earlier. Repliment oral supplement has done amazing things on our herd for copper retention. I could not get some of them to hold onto the copper, and that helped. You know, I had that Repliment gel in my shopping cart when I ordered my antitoxin from Jeffers, and I took it out because I didn't have enough money, and I had to get the antitoxin in my fridge after what we went through with Willow. I wasn't gonna skip that one, so there were a lot of other things in my shopping cart that I took out. Repliment was one of them. I need to put that back in. Maybe our next YouTube check or something, we could do another Jeffers order. I gotta order my GI Soother from Fur Meadows first, though, because I have run out, and that has been lifesaver for our diarrhea. Lots of folks die in hospitals. Stay away. Exactly. I'm trying to heal myself naturally as best I can, but these supplements are gonna hopefully do something that my food isn't, because I'm trying to fight it with food and it's not working. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Order mine too. Trisha, I should order your GI Soother because you're never going to get around to doing it, and then I could just ship it out to you. I have to ship you some presents anyway after your care package. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It was really great to see everybody in here tonight. It helped me. I was feeling kind of down today, and you guys helped lift me up. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. It's one of the biggest reasons why I do YouTube is this community. You guys have no idea how much joy you guys bring me.
Good night.
Everybody have a good weekend.
Good night, everybody. Everybody saying good night.
Mr. Rain, you are so funny. Heidi, is it true? Do you really make them graze in the backyard? Just kidding.
Lots of natural probiotics and cultures out there. There's probably some beneficial yeast in there.
I could totally see Ryan and Mr. Rain having a video together. Y'all should do like a collaboration. Totally. You guys have very similar humor. Thank you guys for everything. And it is 9:20, so we're going to call it a night.
All right, so
there's still 33 in here. It's hard for me to click the off button. I feel like I'm hanging up on a friend on a phone call when I say, okay, we gotta go. Okay, yeah, bye. Oh, okay, we're getting ready to go. Oh, okay, bye. I want the other person to hang up first.
They're being polite and hanging out. I mean, I know there's lots of nights when
you guys are all
and
just
we see
like me.
the numbers just starting to go down and down and down. It's like, okay, it's easy then, but now, we're like people showing up late and stuff.
Yeah, Trisha. Just kidding.
She had to go run and jump and do calisthenics before watching this, remember?
Before she ate her sand?
Yeah, and then she ate her sand. So
I love you guys so much. Mwah! Big hugs. Okay, I will hang up first. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Oh, you guys are the best.
All right, everybody. Well, y'all
Bye.
take care.
You want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Have the most wonderful
Greatest
weekend
day.
as you can.
Bye.
Be on the lookout for more content from Wholesome Roots and
Tomorrow's video is the video I filmed on the 4th of July, so sorry about that.
And then, as always, look out for us on Friday nights at 8 o'clock. We're so glad that you were able to join us.
Why are you dragging it on
Glad
now?
to be here because.
Now I've got my finger on the button to turn it off, and he keeps talking.
All right, you guys have a safe, wonderful weekend, and we will catch you next time. Please like, share, subscribe to all videos, and give a big thumbs up, and then a round of applause for
And live.
all of us here. Thank you for joining us at Wholesome Roots.
Big 5